Before I get into the main focus of this video, I have one question for everyone. Now, I understand all of you aren't not in a room with me, so you can just answer it in your head or leave a comment or whatever you want to do with your answer. My question is, have you ever read a book? Have you ever read any book? Like, it can be a one-page book, two-page, like a whole novel of sorts with lots of pages. Any sort of book, any sort of piece of literature. Maybe just a pamphlet. Maybe just the newspaper. I'll give everyone a second or two to answer that. I know that can be a tough question for some of us. If your answer was like my answer, I would answer yes to that question. Prepare to have your mind blown. You have not read yet. You have not read a book until you have read Paper Towns by John Green. Is it that good? Yes. Yes! Yes, it is. I loved Paper Towns. So basically, Paper Towns, without spoiling anything, revolves around the senior year of this kid named Quentin. He likes this girl named Margot. They've been best friends for years. Well, not best friends. I shouldn't say that. They've been friends for years. They haven't really talked much lately, but suddenly, one night, Margot comes out of the blue, and they go on an adventure, a sort of revenge venture. It's sort of interesting. I don't want to spoil too much. But then the next day, Margot ends up mysteriously disappearing, and Quentin has to do everything he can to find her. And that summary does not do the book justice. I mean, this is an amazing book. I think reading a quote would do this book justice. I want to share one of my favorite quotes from the book. I apologize, as it's on my phone, so I might have to look down. "Nothing ever happens like you imagine it will," she says. "The sky is like a monochromatic contemporary painting, drawing me in with its illusion of depth, pulling me up." Yeah, that's true, I say. But then after I think about it for a second, I add, but then again, if you don't imagine, nothing ever happens at all. That's from page 299 in Paper Towns, if you're curious about that quote yourself. But I just love Paper Towns. I feel like it has a lot of depth to it, and it makes us think a lot about who we think we are and how we think of other people, and how oftentimes we have misconceptions of the world around us. Like, sometimes how we like to get these images, like these picture-perfect images of things and situations in our head. And I also feel like that's sort of a underlying theme of the book. And this is really a lot of why I liked it, personally. It sort of shows a depth to people that I have not seen many other books go into relationships and the friendships. I'd say if you like adventure, action, mystery, love, the list could go on, you'll love Paper Towns. It has it all. This book has everything. And it's just an amazing book. I loved it myself personally. I'm not saying everyone will like it, but you should give it a read. You should at least read a couple pages of it, maybe the first 10 or 20. And trust me, this is not a book you will want to stop reading. This is such an amazing book. I loved Paper Towns. Like, before I read Paper Towns, I had read two other books by John Green, Looking for Alaska and The Fault in Our Stars. I had previously thought Looking for Alaska was my favorite John Green book. I'm sorry. The Fault in Our Stars is not my favorite, although I love all of his books. Looking for Alaska is probably definitely my top favorite. It's like #1. But this book knocked out Looking for Alaska. After reading Paper Towns, I'll have to say this is my favorite John Green book now, and probably one of my favorite books in general. I loved reading Paper Towns. I recommend it with all of my heart. I think that's the general theme of this video, that I recommend Paper Towns. If you have the chance, you should check out your local library, check out any sort of bookstore, Walmart, Barnes & Noble. Try to get your hands on this book. I love it. And I hope you'll love it too. That's really all I can say about it. But it's an amazing book, and after reading this, at first I was like, why didn't they do a Looking for Alaska movie first? For anyone who keeps up with John Green, they're doing a movie about Paper Towns. But after reading this, I was just like, I can't wait for the movie! Even though I'm not even sure if I'll see the movie yet. I haven't even seen the Fault in Our Stars movie yet. My phone just went off. And I have not seen Ender's Game yet either, which I have read Ender's Game and much of the series, which is also a series I'd recommend, but that's a talk for another video, another book talk maybe. Thank you for watching. I hope everyone has a good one. You check out all my social links in the description. My Twitter, which, by the way, I think I mentioned this in the last video. I changed my Twitter username. My username now is WonderShields. You don't need to refollow if you're already following. I'm just letting everyone know so I can establish that. So if you want to follow me, twitter.com/WonderShields. My Instagram and my website, which has all my other links on it, are all in the description down below. I hope you all have an awesome day, and hasta la vista. Peace out.